Hi everybody, this is Gary Demas, Ultimate Timing, and this is our technical video report for Thursday, October 17th, 2024. So today was as easy, then a little bit stressful, and it all played out as I thought it was, and did really well in the fun today. And the new software that I'm using, it's predictive, it's not reactive, and it's off of market breadth. And this move right here, when we got up here, it was an early entry short signal up here, because what had happened was it's cycle momentum is really how they base this off of. But we had a sell signal on that, but it wasn't. So I had said in the room when we were up here, I'm like, I do not think that this gap up is going to last. And I took the 59.10, 59.20. I sold the vertical on that. And I only got in half, so there wasn't really a whole lot. I think I got it it was something like 30 cents or something like that. But I was able to close it literally 25 minutes later, 30 minutes later, and made $500 on that. But then now we started getting the actual signals where the computer triggers it off, short entry and this and that. And it was a little bit early. So basically the way this works is once we're in the early stages of this cycle reversal, it come down. But what happens is this is really where you want it. You want to bounce. You want to short this bounce, because it's going to end up it's going to end up going back down in the direction of the trend that's in place from their software, and that had reversed lower. So I got in a little bit early on this, and then I ended up adding right around here with a different strike. And I told everybody in the room that, once the 58.55 puts that I bought offsets the 58.40s, I'm going to sell half of the 58.40s and the entire position of the 55s. That worked out exactly as planned, because we made it a little bit higher up to the 68, which again, it wasn't comfortable, but knowing that we are in this downtrend, just adding short positions anywhere up here was going to work out. And like I said, it worked out really well. And I was actually even posting these in the room here, where, I'd said, I do not believe that gap is going to last. Opening reversal bar, and then this is supposed to say gap to new all-time highs has not worked out well for the bulls. And that's something I've been saying for a long time, because each one that we've seen has been reversed lower. So it was an easy trade today. But this is what I was doing, looked at build a position, 58, 584.85. This was off at a SPY, because this is what that software runs off of. It doesn't run off of the S&P SPX. So I use this SPY as my eyes on it, and then once it gets to those levels, I then turn around and do. I still trade SPX, but I just use that as the eyes. So it this is half at the 48, 584.85. And then the second at the second at 585.40, and be patient on it. So I sold the 59.10, 59.20s. It was easy trade on it. There was zero stress. We went straight down. So there wasn't a lot of premium left. So I just put the order in for 5 cents just to close it for a profit. And then really, like I said, this software is not easy to learn at all. It's difficult, but once you get a hang of it, you look at the markets a totally different way, because you're looking at what the signals are going to be before they're even there. You can tell by it's hard to explain, but in any case, some risk. And I said I was going out 3 days. I only went out 1 day actually till tomorrow, but I sold some premium. This was hang on 1 second. Let me do this. I want to go back to that. Okay, so this is, hang on. Okay, so this was the second trade that I had put out, and that was for the 18th. I was going out 1 day, and now selling the 5900, 5910, got 115 for it. So with the 30 contracts, it's a nice premium. But in any case, what we took that, and then what I had put was, parity for the SPY, because what happens is it has a reading with this software, and if where that is compared to where the S&P 500 is or the SPY, it gives you an actual target to look for, and it's pretty amazing. So downside target 578.50. That's the last volume candle support. And I had said that really what we want to do is just aggressive, but I wanted to layer in half a position. So I had bought I said I was buying the 5840s, 1050 on it. This is the one that gave me a little bit of a headache on it because I got in a little bit early, but it was half. And then I ended up taking another half at the 5860, but I started using I used the 5855, so it worked out perfect, and it worked out the way it should. So everything else was just pretty much that was it. So it went really smooth. Like I said, a little bit of stress because we went a little bit further than I thought, but as we were going up, I knew the whole time that we were coming back down again. So just building your shorts, and that's what I was really saying in the in the trading room is don't be buying dips. The software has changed cycle momentum to the downside, and you want to follow that. So this worked out fantastic. So right now, as far as like the bigger picture and what the bears need to get through, nothing has changed. We still need to see the S&P, the bears get the S&P below the 5770 level. If they do, there's some support at the 5720. But once we get through this 5680, that's where we would see a really downside momentum pick up. So the one thing with the software, it's their mini swing trades is what it is. So if it gets to if the S&P gets to the spiders get to 578.50 into 3 days, that will be an unbelievable trade. But in any case, right now, as far as with the S&P, the support here at the 5,800, obviously that's first. Second is going to be, which is more important, is breaking through to 57.72, and then from there, this is where panic will set in. So that's we had bearish divergences when we made this gap high, and this is just as another example where when we gapped to new all-time highs here, and it came right back down and closed that gap, and that's really what the trade is, to close this gap, which it did, and it actually did a little bit more today. But anyway, yeah, so we're in a new cycle on the downside. You want to be very careful going long until that changes and switches to the upside. But I think we're going to, see, we easily test this 5,800. And I wouldn't be surprised to see us test the 5720, just because it's the moving average. We'll probably get a bounce from there, and we want to just see how the bears react on the bounce and look for some pivots to get short again. So I sent this out to the people, the members of Sentiment Timing, that really if you want to make the trades and stuff, you need to be in here, and this is going to be, it's kind of like a new room that we have. It's not a whole lot of people in there, but it's pretty active as far as putting out the trade alerts. So anybody who joins, you guys are going to be if you just Sentiment Timing, you can go right. You'll be in here. You can follow all the trades that I'm making for the fund. So, if you're interested in following this, you're not going to be seeing the software. And if anybody wants the name of it, I'll let you know. Steve, the guy that developed it, is a fantastic person. So I have zero issues helping him out. But in any case, if you want to follow along with these trades, sign up. You'll get this link into this room. And with that, have a great night, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.